and we were looking for a building then. So Kathy and I co-founded the Golden Key Center for Exceptional Children. Couldn't have done it without both of us, right?
Right.
That's what I say all the time, because we each had different
Things to bring.
gifts of ourselves, things to bring. And we were looking for a building, and Guy was on our board, very first board meeting, wasn't it?
I think it was.
And he said, I have a building. You do? And yes, I have a building. And so he took us over to this building that he was using for some training, just a couple rooms, correct? His office was there, correct?
Right.
And took us through, and he offered us that building for $1 a year to lease for 5 years for $1 a year. And that's how we began. Golden Key was a God-given project.
Yeah.
It wasn't something that I looked to do, but I remember saying to my husband, it's not my choice. This is what we need to do.
Our MC, Nathan Sunheimer. How's everyone doing this evening? Before we kick everything off, we have a round of thank yous to do. So, first of all, we would like to thank Joe and to the rest of the Sound Labs team for being the entertainment for this evening. So thank you all. And then also, if we can have a round of applause for Skyline Pines Catering and Serving and our lovely beverage servers, Susan and Nate. Thanks, Susan and Nate. In addition, a special thanks to those who made tonight happen, which are our sponsors, Consumers National Bank, Jeff Evans Insurance, and Joe Augustine, Krugliak, Wilkins, Griffith, and Dougherty, Sheets Building Corporation, Swallen Law Company, and Tim Hefty Accounting. And then next we'd like to thank those who all kicked off the investments to the Golden Key Center Endowment Fund to honor tonight's guest of honor, Terry Frank. It's the Sunheimer Foundation, Jeff Evans Insurance, Joe Augustine, Krugliak, Wilkins, Griffiths, and Dougherty, Sheets Building Corporation, Tim Hefty Accounting, New Dimensions, the 2024 Board of Director members, and Friends of the Golden Key. And then lastly, we'd love for Terry's staff and coworkers, past and present, to please stand up. And we'd love for everyone to give them a big round of applause. Please stand up. Come on, Heidi. I see you. Thank you to each of you. And then lastly, we'd like to thank the Golden Key Center for Exceptional Children's Board of Directors. And those in attendance today are Sarah, Joe, Jeannie, Jared, and Toronto. So thank you all for being here tonight as well. So as Joe said earlier, my name is Nathan Sunheimer. I'm on the board of directors here, and a family member that was directly impacted by Terry Frank. So when I was approached to speak about Terry's impact on my family, I honestly didn't know where to begin, and truthfully, I still don't, because there's no way to succinctly encapsulate our gratefulness and indebtedness to her. So Terry has been part of the Sunheimer family for nearly 25 years. My youngest brother was diagnosed at an early age with autism, and omitting the intimate details of his journey, Terry was the guiding hand for our family every step of the way. So looking back, I like to think of my brother's journey as a wheel, and I imagine it's not too different for many of you. So my brother, being the one receiving care, was serving as that hub, that central axis. My parents and many of you, your support systems, adding the spokes in the ecosystem of resources around the individual. And then there was Terry, serving as the engine that kept that wheel moving forward and providing that little bit of extra gas, that little TLC, during the difficult times when it was needed. And so she really is the vehicle that has been driving change in this community. From my own personal experience and my family's anecdotes, I would say that one of Terry's biggest qualities is that she serves as a beacon of encouragement and hope. So my mom was working day and night to figure out a care plan for my brother. Terry encouraged any and all ideas. Nothing was too far outside the box. The willingness to go in the trenches with my family and her constant warm presence provided us the drive that we needed to continue. Whether that was pushing for new paths when local care was unavailable, joining us and flying across the country for new learning opportunities, working with us hand in hand to explore and try new methodologies. Terry served as that constant torch to help light the way when the outlook was bleak. This persistence and perseverance is really what shaped my brother and our family for the rest of our lives. And because of Terry, and he was one of Terry's first students, he's accomplished phenomenal things. And while I could brag all day, here are just a few, and it's all because of Terry's dream and vision. For an individual that went through the trials and tribulations that he did, he became a valued member of his high school speech and debate team. He graduated from the College of Worcester with a degree in economics. He graduated with an MBA from the Weatherhead School of Management from Case Western University. And from there, went on to be a consultant at Goldman Sachs. And unfortunately, he couldn't be here tonight because he's in Atlanta representing Booz Allen Hamilton, sitting at a table discussing topics of defense and national security. So, who would have thought? Terry's impact to our family cannot be measured. Her unwavering support gave my brother his life, my family a happy and healthy brother and son, and my best friend. She is and always will be a part of our family and our story. And so, as a little aside, just so you know, Terry, every year my brother gets so excited for his annual milk and honey date with you. So, as I was thinking about Terry's impact on our family, I kept underscoring the idea of family and really wanted to double click onto that and dive into that a little bit further. Because ultimately, Terry, in her own ways, become a member of all of our families, which is, ultimately cultivating the incredible community we have here today. So we all, in our own ways, are forever indebted to Terry and her efforts. And seeing how the special needs and care in our community has evolved under Terry's guidance is nothing short of miraculous. From camp to Eastgate to now the Golden Key, her impact is interwoven into every fiber of positive change for the special needs community here in Stark County and beyond. And so we are all so blessed and fortunate to have a leader who was so far ahead of her time, one that really took the time to understand the nuances of each child and the idiosyncrasies needed to optimize their care, all while supporting the families and their support systems around each of these children. So all in all, today is not only a celebration of Terry Frank, it's a celebration of what can be accomplished, what will be accomplished because of Terry Frank. Terry's taken many forms for each of us: a teacher, a friend, a shoulder to lean on or cry on, a confidant, a family member, but most of all, she's been a source of hope and belief. This hope and belief is infectious, which is why we're all here today. And our mandate, our gift forward to Terry is to take what Terry has been for us and proliferate that and continue that for others. And so now it's our turn, our call to action, to continue and expand her legacy at the Golden Key and within the community to further unlock care, education, and opportunity for those who need it most. This all took a dream and a vision, and the execution to make all of this a reality is nothing short of a miracle. So thank you, Terry. And then next to the stage, I'd like to bring up Senator Scott Olschlager to say a few words.
What else I can say after that wonderful, wonderful remarks paying tribute to Terry. You know, Stark County, we're blessed here. We're a community that cares. When there's a need in Stark County, people from all walks of life try to respond to that, to meet the needs in social welfare area or wherever it might be. Terry, and what you do, I think I shared with you. I had 3 second cousins that had special needs. I didn't see them a lot, but they were always warm to my heart. I saw them on holidays or whatever. So this particular community is close to me, and I want to thank you. I just can't imagine the journey you've taken to touch so many lives. What a tribute. That's incredible, what we just heard. But I think that I can sum it up by saying, love. You love people. You love what you're trying to help people. And I think that sums it all up. And that's about all I can say after that wonderful tribute you just had. But thank you, and God bless you for everything you've done. Thank you.
A video produced by Amy Monter, the Golden Key Special Director and longtime staff member of Terry's. I'll hand it over to you guys.
take one single breath for granted. God forbid love ever leave you empty-handed. I hope you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope one more opens. Promise me that you'll give faith the fighting chance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you never fear those mountains in the distance. Never settle for the path of least resistance. Living might mean taking chances, but they're worth taking. Loving might be a mistake, but it's worth making. Don't let some helping heart leave you bitter. When you come close to selling out, reconsider. Give the heavens above more than just a passing glance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance.
It's a wheel in constant motion.
I hope you dance.
Terry. Say thank you, Miss Terry.
Thank you, Miss Terry.
Thank you, Miss Terry.
Thank you, Miss Terry.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Terry, for all the stuff y'all have done for us.
Thank you, Miss Terry, for everything. We are going to miss you so much. Thank you for this opportunity to be able to be a teacher here at the Golden Key. It's an amazing message, an amazing group of people, and I'm so happy to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Miss Terry.
Thank you, Miss Terry.
Thank you, Miss Terry.
Thank you, Miss Terry. Thank you.
Say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Miss Terry. I appreciate you so much. Thank you.
Thank you for everything.
Hi, Terry. I have this card from when I moved on and left the Golden Key at one point, and I think it's perfect. So it says, "You can leave, but the legend will live on." And what you wrote to me actually could just be a letter to yourself. So one part is, "I hope you can look back and feel a sense of accomplishment and satisfaction for all of your parts in taking care of the Golden Key. You'll be missed, and I know it is your time to go, so spread your wings and experience more." So I hope you can utilize your time away from the Golden Key to relax and look at what other people are doing with what you created. Thanks, Terry.
Terry, I'm sorry I'm not able to be there with you to help you celebrate, but please know that I celebrate your accomplishments with you. You have made a significant positive impact on so many children and their families, and that will continue with the organization that you are leaving behind. I'm proud to have played a tiny part in your successful journey, and I wish you the best.
Thank you so much, Terry. Hope you enjoyed the video. We actually have a couple gifts for you today. The first gift we would like to present to you is actually from our students at the Golden Key. The students have worked together to do this painting, and all of the flower petals and berries are actually their fingerprints from all of the classes here at the Golden Key. And so thank you for helping us grow. Please enjoy. And we have a gift from your staff that we would like to present to you as well. We do have flowers. We don't want to crash and break them, so we're going to leave them right there for now. We do have a gift that we'd like to present to you.
Don't forget your keys. It's perfect. I've read this. This is a great book. What do you do with an idea? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Terry.
Thank you to Amy and staff who worked so hard to create the video. That's good. So next, I'd like to call to the stage the Golden Key's very first chairman of the board, Dave Waker. Dave, will you join us?
This is amazing. You know, we'll just go down memory lane real quick. Nathan's story really is what this is all about. Let's go back a little bit. Somewhere in the mid-2000s, I got to know a lady from Ashland, Mayor Kathy, as we know her now, and I got to know her through Barry Rotary. She got me involved in this, as well as many other things on the donation side. And one day I get a phone call, and I'd heard that her and Tony were going to have a baby, and she was pregnant, and everything was great. And she called me one day, she said, "Dave, I need your help." And I'm like, "Sure, Kathy." You know, I used to kid her about taking my name out of my phone because she always called and said, "I need your help." And I said, "Sure, what is it, Terry?" She said, "Well, I'm having a baby." I said, "Yeah, I heard about that." She said, "She's going to be born with Down." Now, I never was involved, never really had a relationship, never really knew a lot of people that was in a situation like this. And I said, "Oh my gosh, Kathy, what can I do?" She said, "Well, I've been trying to find a daycare for special needs kids." And I think you all pretty much know how Kathy is. And she had said, "I can't find a daycare, and I don't want to quit nursing. And Tony's, the doctor, and I'm just going to go ahead and start one." Start a daycare for special needs kids? She said, "Yeah, I need your help." I'm like, "Terry, I'm a car guy. I have no idea. What am I supposed to do?" She goes, "Well, I talked to Bob Schnappel, and of course he had Fitness Quest, and I want to form a board, but I need a few people on the board that have a business side, right, a business sense, and I really want you to help." And I'm thinking, sure, whatever I can do, I'm not going to say no. I had no idea. So we formed the board. Actually, we just kind of got together for a few meetings. She had done some legwork. She talked to the church. We were going to do this in the basement of the church. And we realized they didn't have great facilities, and this and that. And so we decided to form this board. And she says, "Look, I want you to be the chairman." Again, I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know." She goes, "No, I just need you. You can talk to people. You can get people together, and I know you've got connections." I'm thinking, "Sure, okay, we'll do this." Well, then we're still trying to find a place, and it was very difficult because of the needs, right? You got to have this, you got to have that, and then all of a sudden, an angel appeared to us named Guy Cicchini. Guy Cicchini actually had a daughter with Down. I don't think anybody knew that. Of course, Guy grew up in a generation that you didn't know that, right? The guy had a daughter that had Down, and he understood the needs of special needs kids, and he said, "I got a place." I said, "Really?" Because yeah, it's an old bowling alley. So if you guys notice when you're walking down that ramp, down to the main part, that was part of the original bowling alley. So we come out and look at the building. He had his office was still back here, one of these corners back here. But the rest of the building had pretty much gone off to the wayside. But we looked at it and realized, wow, this is amazing. This is perfect. It's actually too big. This is way too big. We'll never need all of this. That was probably around 2005, 2006, 2007. I think it officially opened in 2008, but we were back behind the scenes trying to build this thing up. And she tells me, and again, this is a side of my growing up, fortunate, not fortunate, whatever, I was never exposed to. So then Kathy told me that she was working with a lady that does autism. Now, I've heard of autism. I had no idea the spectrum, the degrees, and all that. And I said, "Oh, great." And she said, "It's Terry Frank." I said, "Okay." I thought it was a guy. You got two guy names, Terry and Frank. And now I see she's MP. Is that a picture of you? Is that MP for you?
What?
Are you an MP? Is that a picture of you? It explains it. That is the hammer on the nail right here. She's MP. So we got a board together. And I know there's some of us here from the original board, and they can tell the stories of the meetings we had in the back room, and if it rained, you had to go to another room, and then if that rained, you had to go to another room, and we started out with a handful of students, and again, it was mainly special needs, between autism and Down and stuff, and it was an eye-opener for me personally. I had never been exposed, and I had no idea, and I was very fortunate, I guess, if you want to call it that, with my two children, so I was just never exposed, and it was an eye-opener. And it really helped drive the mission. And as it continued to grow, we worked and we worked and we worked. And it ended up, and I was here about a month ago, Terry, maybe I had an open house or something, I forget what it was. But we came out and I took a tour. It'd been the first time, because I've been off the board for quite a few years. I think I was on for about 10 years as the chairman. And I finally got to the point where I could see that it exceeded me. in my abilities. So I said, Terry, I need to get back to selling cars and doing other stuff. You got this thing up and going. You really don't need me anymore. Go ahead and get people that really know what they're doing. And I basically backed off, but I've stayed in touch. I've helped Terry into the school with my connections to the Cleveland Auto Dealers, the Ohio Auto Dealers, Stark County Auto Dealers, the Northern Ohio Honda Dealers. They all donated to special causes, and I was able to get them, knock on the doors of all of them and help with the fundraising stuff. And that's really what I was kind of doing behind the scenes, was helping with. Nothing like the major fundraisers that built this place, but enough to keep the doors open during the toughest times. And when they asked me to speak, I said, yeah, I would love to, because it was just such an important part of my life, to be exposed to what this all means to everybody. And listening to this story right here of going from this to that, and now doing special secrets of the government. An incredible story. And one of the things Terry taught me was it was not as much, and it was as much as teaching the kids as it was teaching the parents, right? And you guys know that. It's not easy. And he wants that red sippy cup. He wants that red sippy cup. And Terry's the one that tells you, no, give him a blue sippy cup. And it was not easy to make those transitions. I had no idea how that happened. But now when I come back and I can see what it's become, it's just incredible. And I gotta tell you, Terry, you did one hell of a job, bro. It's a great job. That's all I got.
Thanks so much, Dave. Really appreciate it. And next to the stage, we'd like to invite Jared Chevreau, our current board chairman. Jared.
These are tough acts to follow. I do my show public speaking, but I usually board people with a lot of study in shower technology or let's say second and grab bars. But my name is Jared Chevreau. I'm the current board chair for the Golden Key, and I just wanted to share my experience. Similar to Dave's, but probably unlike most people in this room. I had no connection to the school or to the community. I didn't know much about autism when I joined. I actually learned about the opportunity to serve on the board when I attended a Night of the Races fundraiser as a guest of fellow board member Derek Cruz. Like I said, I didn't know much about autism or the spectrum, no prior ties to this community at all. But I knew a little about construction, a little about business, and that turned out to be enough to contribute to the goals of the organization. I wanted to share that because I believe each and every one of us in this room possesses unique talents, gifts, and abilities, just waiting to be utilized, and basically to share with our community and with the world. We don't need to be an expert in all areas to advance a mission, and let's just all recognize the power within ourselves to make a difference in whatever capacity that others have. The gym we're gathering in tonight, the Functional Living Center, the school itself, and the mission of the Key all started as an idea, and it would still just be an idea if Terry didn't answer the call to serve. So tonight I'm calling on each of you to honor Terry Frank's legacy, not with words or gifts, but with a call to action. Let's pledge to serve our community and put our gifts to use for good. And we all have the ability to make a difference in the lives of others. We just need to do as Terry did and answer that call. And Terry, congratulations. And I think everyone will agree with me when I say please enjoy retirement and don't work too hard in your retirement. So thanks for that.
Thank you, Jared. I really appreciate it. So Terry's impact on each of our families has had a lifetime effect. And tonight, many past families have come to wish congratulations to Terry because of all that she has given them. And I'd now like to add to that by inviting Christine Frank, parent of former Golden Key student and RDI family and past chairman. Christine?
Thank you very much. It's an honor to be here. I definitely have to go by the script. I've been practicing this for days to get those tears out. So, let me get my glasses on. Yes, my name is Christine Frank. We're not related. Everybody always thought we were, but we are not. I have 4 children. My youngest son, Jared, is here this evening. He's right here, front row in the Kimball hat. So I'm a past board member and chairman of the board, and it is a true honor to stand here and recognize Terry for all of her accomplishments as co-founder and executive director of the Golden Key. My youngest son, Jared, who is now 18 years old, has autism. This is how my journey with Terry began. I remember the first day she came to my house. Our intervention specialist, Robin, was bringing her to get her opinion on Jared. I didn't hear the doorbell ring because I was vacuuming. Heaven knows there was a big mess to clean with 4 kids in the house. At this point in our life, my late husband, Kevin, and I were desperate for help with Jared. Something wasn't right, as he was obsessed with doors. He would open and close doors. He would run anyone over to get to a door, and it didn't matter where we were at. A grocery store, it could be in a restaurant, it could even be in our own home. So we were overwhelmed. Terry came in with a plan and we got to work. She guided us, connected us with other experts in the field, and never gave up. One of them being Heidi right here. Just a huge part of our life. So Jared is going into his senior year of high school. For many years, I did not know if there would be a time when I would be able to enjoy life with Jared. With a lot of hard work and guidance from one of the best leaders in this field, I can honestly say there's so much to enjoy about that guy right there. He's thriving, hardworking, and brings so much joy to my family, to me, my friends, and many, many other people. Terry, thank you for believing in not only Jared, but also Kevin, my family, and myself. Without your guidance, we would not be where we are today. One time, I heard Terry refer to herself as the Grim Reaper because she would give families her expert opinion on their child who had signs of autism, which is not the easiest news to receive as a parent. While I understand how she felt, I took a different perspective. She gave insight, hope, and support to families. She was always there in the toughest of times. She could see the potential not only in the child, but also in the parents. I have not only experienced this myself, but also witnessed it many times being part of the Golden Key. On behalf of many other families, we thank you for working with us and our children to bring out the best in them. I had the honor to serve on the board of directors of the Golden Key for many, many years. I have seen so much growth from renovations, roof repairs, roof replacements, heating units, additions, adding more classrooms, becoming a charter school, starting food therapy, offering health insurance to employees. The list could go on and on. The Golden Key has been led by her strong will and determination. Thank you, Terry, for having a vision and meeting a need for so many children in our community. When Jared was little, the early intervention team would come to my house, and I would often have coffee cake I wanted them to feel at home, and it was also a sign of my appreciation for them. Terry asked me for the recipe, and I gave it to her. It was my grandma's recipe. She often makes it for her family, and recently texted me to thank me for sharing the recipe. I made a coffee cake for you today in honor of your retirement. I hope you enjoy it, just as I hope you enjoy your retirement. You deserve each piece, just as you should enjoy each day of your retirement. Thank you for your time, your dedication to the place you created, and most of all, for the love you have for your students.
Great. Thank you so much. Really, those were wonderful words and such a wonderful, touching story. All right. So next, what better way to celebrate Terry than to have one of her family members to join us as part of the list of speakers. Caitlin Belinsky, the daughter of Terry and Denny, who's had a front row seat to her mother's accomplishments, all while creating her own path of success. Caitlin?
So if I were to ask each of you to write down some words about my mom, I could guarantee on that list would be compassionate, dedicated, strong, kind, thoughtful, driven, empathetic, smart, a leader. She thinks she's funny, a learner, an educator, a mother, and a friend. Am I checking some of those words off for you? I'm sure everyone in this room has learned a thing or two from my mom. But my brothers and I have worked together to compile a list that we value of the things that she has taught us. Write it down or it didn't happen. It's okay to ask for help. Every story has two sides. Don't forget about the other perspective. You don't have to be perfect, but you do have to work hard and do your best. Life is a marathon, not a sprint, so enjoy the journey. If you don't like something, you have two options. You can either accept it, or you can stop complaining and you can change it. Love unconditionally. Relationships, love, and joy over the money and materials. Be open to the world, experience all the amazing things it has to offer. Experience and learn from different cultures and different backgrounds. Education is empowerment. Always be learning to better yourself. Life's tough, sometimes unfair. Be resilient. Only you can control your reality. My oldest brother, Rob, says he also blames his need for organization, structure, OCD cleaning. And I can say that I agree and can add that my need for presentation while hosting also comes from my mother. These are all things that we have learned from her, and I'm sure she's taught you some of those things along the way. Each of you here has your own story about my mom. I can tell you that with my whole heart, I would not be the person I am today without her love and guidance. She's my mentor, my guide, my shoulder to lean on, my shopping partner, and though she won't admit it, she's my best friend. Her impact will continue to be here because I'm still here and I don't know how to do this journey without her. So she may be leaving the seat, she may be retiring, but she's not gonna leave my side. So it's hard for me to continue this journey without her there, but I know that she will always have that same guidance for me. Thank you.
isn't a crier.
Thank you, Caitlin. And now, I'd like to bring our very own Terry Frank to the stage, our guest of honor, just to say a few words.
I don't even know if I can talk. I'm not a crier. If you know me, I'm not a crier. Sometimes I really wish I could cry. We don't seem to cry in our family. Caitlin didn't cry, did she? But it gives me chest pains. So it certainly would be better. But I don't even know where to begin. Here we are. I can't say it's been an easy step for me, but I have come to embrace it. After my announcement of stepping down, I cringed every time someone said to me, "Congratulations." I'm sure the look on my face was not always the best, a grimace at most, and I do apologize to anyone here if I did that to you. But truly, my inside voice when someone said that to me was, "Oh, great, congratulations on what? Getting old?" Because that's how it felt. I just got old. So what now? But after a few months, maybe 6, maybe 8, and some life counseling, which by the way is very helpful, and transitions with Gina moving into my office with me all the time, and a brand new grandchild helped push me out of the nest, as they say. It's been a journey. I loved my job at DD. I loved my colleagues. I loved the kids. And I thought I was very satisfied. Then autism knocked on my door. We didn't do too much back then with kids with autism, but my journey took me to learning with the Cleveland Clinic Center for Autism, to learning with RDI, which is Relationship Development Intervention, and through the support I had with my Eastgate colleagues, the Sunheimer family, and the Pierce family, it took me on a different path. I needed to do more, to learn more, to be there for others to help them understand autism. My boss at Eastgate, Sue Gibbons, gave me the gift to dream and learn more and believe in myself and what I knew. And that is where it happened. So the dream began. The Golden Key 17 years ago. Kathy Catazera-Perry and I joined together to dream. I laugh because looking back at that time, neither of us had any idea what we were doing at all. It was trial and error for sure, but I've always said it took both of us with our different backgrounds to begin this. Thank you to Kathy for being that person. She was here earlier tonight and it was good to see her. At the time, I remember saying to my husband, it wasn't a choice for me. It was what God expected me to do, and it was out of my hands. I wasn't ready to retire from Eastgate. By the way, that was my first retirement. But if you've ever heard me speak of the Golden Key, I've always said it was a God-driven project, and believe me, with some of the things we've gone through here, it's a fact. From receiving the building with a lease of $1 a year from Guy Cicchini, to getting the first foundation grant from the Sisters of Charity of Canton, and the following awards and the many supporting foundations and donors, to the parents of the students who would say, "Why can't we?" And we would. To the people who served on the board of directors, they've all continued to dream. To the staff who come and gone, but who all have left an impression on me and helped us grow. I want to express my gratitude to everyone who's been a piece of my journey. The most humbling piece has been the creation of the Golden Key Endowment Fund in my honor. It is such a gift to know that the future is continued and supported to continue this mission. Thank you to all of you who supported that. Along with that, I have to share my gratitude to the future executive team. Gina Benovich, she's hiding because she needs some tissues. She's the crier, I'm not the crier, and we've worked well. Gina came on first as a parent, then a board member, then the operations director. Believe me, she came with a whole lot of dreams herself and became my right-hand person. She was hired in as operations director and will now move into the executive seat. Through 6 years together, I have no doubt that she's the right person to move forward. Her passion is unequal, and believe me, it takes passion and resilience and a work ethic that doesn't quit. I've tried to teach her to relax and enjoy life beyond work, but I might not be such a good teacher. It's not unusual for us to be texting at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and during COVID, maybe 2 o'clock. So, what to do next? To support Riley and Caitlin, it surprised me for her to talk. That's not what I expected, but as you know, she's my daughter. This girl has been at my side since she was little. I tried to push her to other fields, but she also has the passion. With her and with Nicole Heath, we managed this place through many years, placing sticky notes all over the walls with class lists, to-do lists, and everything else we needed. We spent all-nighters here planning and nursing baby chicks. Yeah, that was right, nursing baby chicks sometimes, and basically figuring out. Caitlin, I don't know how to say it enough, but you make me cry. Jamie Schott will be as our operations director. She came on 1 year. She was a volunteer when this began 17 years ago. Then she was hired, then she left, then she came back again, then she left again. And now she's back to stay. Did you hear me? She's back to stay. Passion again. She comes with new experiences which will only enhance the team. We round out the executive team with Nate, with Amy, with Brittany, with Allie. This year we filled in these positions with the right people, and I believe I'm leaving it in the right hands. This is getting long. I did Google retirement speeches, and I think I followed the outline. So, starting point, check. Milestones, check. Relationships, check. Personal stories, express gratitude, inject humor, check, check, check. Lessons learned. Well, let me see, what have I learned? That learning for all of us is different, and that it's important to know and accept that. To never lead with emotions that always get me. To take the time to accept their emotions and to think beyond them. There are always different perspectives from yours. That's the beauty of each other. To know yourself, and sometimes you need to change things about yourself, but sometimes you just need to accept it, and it is who you are. And that's okay. So I'm leaving the hard job, but I'm not leaving the golden key. So I'm sorry you thought this was the end, but I'm going back to some training elements, back to working with the kids, and back to my roots. I'm very excited for that. Maybe that's another reason why it's gotten easier, as I spoke from the beginning, to accept this. I still have a purpose, but I'm not doing it full time. I promise, I'm not doing it full time. One more important thank you. I don't know where he is. My husband here. There you are. Thank you, my husband Denny. Somehow he was dragged into this with me. Moving furniture over and over and over. Fixing things for many years without pay. He too will move on. They haven't found a replacement yet, but I don't think they're trying too hard. But his support, his shoulder, His love's always been there. Thank you all to my sons, along with my daughter. They have always supported me, and in the end, I know they're proud of me, and they think that all of me. So thank you to all for this. I'm amazed. It's been humbling. But, people always say to us in this field, you are a special person to do this. And if we heard that once, we heard that a million times, right? At table. And we always roll our eyes. Internally, we roll our eyes, but because we don't think we're special. It's just what we do. So thank you to all who just do what we do. Thank you again.